What's up, Fins family? What's up? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live. Y'all hit that like button on your way in the building. Tua Tagovailoa bitched in the third quarter for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Is he our future? We still don't know. We still don't know. I ain't even mad about the loss. We still in a good position. This is why you go 6-3 so that you can afford to take a loss. I ain't even mad about the loss. The more pressing, concerning thing for me is, do we have our franchise quarterback on the roster yet? That's all that matters. No. Don't come in here starting that mess. Talking about you overreacting. Don't start this. Don't start that mess with me. Don't start that mess with me. Because y'all want to anoint people the savior day one. None of us know if he the future. I'm not saying that he not. I'm not saying that he's not the future, but we don't know. That's my point. I said it last week and y'all tried to laugh at me. I said we still don't know because the defense been carrying us. How is he going to react when we're down by 2 scores in the third quarter? I said that last week. Oh, bro, he proved it against Arizona. We were down by a touchdown. That's one possession. I said last week, how is he going to act when we're down by 2 possessions and the defense ain't playing well? And what happened? Shout out to Lieutenant Dan with the donation. Said, TD, honestly, I'm not blaming the loss on Tua. Me neither. Our O-line was disgusting today. And honestly, we have one good receiver in Parker. Our offense just isn't good in general. And we have a 5th string running back. I disagree. Everybody want to talk about the O-line. It was the same offensive line that Ryan Fitzpatrick had at the end of the game. Ryan Fitzpatrick didn't take no sacks. Ryan Fitzpatrick ain't take no sacks. You know why? Because Ryan Fitzpatrick made a quick decision with the ball. There was times and another thing Ryan Fitzpatrick was doing, he was calling out the protections. He told the running back, it's coming from this side. The running back came right across and picked up the unguarded guy. So don't give me this O-line stuff. Because the O-line wasn't an issue when Ryan Fitzpatrick was in the game. You know why? Because Ryan Fitzpatrick hiked that ball, looked where he wanted to go, and he went there. Tua out here like, oh, I see an option, but let me see anything else. No, go with the one you see. Y'all need to go watch the film. Somebody said he needed more time. This the NFL. You ain't going to always get that. My point to y'all is this. You can't expect everything to be perfect around Tua all the time. But he's still going to have to make plays. Russell Wilson get pressure too. You got to make plays. Because some of y'all wasn't keeping none of the same energy with Ryan Tannehill. Facts. Facts. Now let me run around here talking about Tua ain't got no pocket presence. I could arguably say he don't. Holding on to the ball. And don't get mad at me. He said it himself. He just said it. I felt like I was holding on to the ball too long in some plays. I felt like I wasn't making timely decisions on some plays. Those are his words. Go look at his press conference. Go look at the press conference. But y'all want to ignore that. You know why? Because you'd rather see him do good than win the game. You'd rather see him with 400 yards and 4 touchdowns than get a W. Only thing that matters to y'all is Tua doing good. See, if Tua would have came out there and had 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, Oh, well, he did his part. He did his part. Stop that mess. He got work to do. First team to get pressure on him, and he looking lost. And then and somebody gonna argue with me, talk about the reason why Fitz wouldn't get sacked because they spread it out for Fitz. They start spreading it out for Tua. He would just hold the ball too long. He would just hold the ball too long. He got to do better. Y'all, listen, on this channel, I go on anybody who deserve it. I'm not sitting here protecting no quarterback just because he's y'all savior. No. He ain't my savior. He got to prove it. And what happened today? He takes a lot of that responsibility. It's a combination of him, the O-line, and the defense. And you know what? Let me get off of the defense. Let me read this donation first. TD, Fitz threw an interception and lost us the game. Typically Fitz, oh my gosh, typical Fitz throw into double coverage when all we had to do was get the first. Fitz sucks. I ain't arguing that. But you know what Fitz was able to do? Move the ball down the field easily. Fitz had like 2 drives and moved it all down the field easily and didn't take a ridiculous sack that took us out of field goal range to even give us a shot. That sack Tua took, get rid of the ball. The pressure coming right down your throat. I'm not disagreeing nothing about Fitz. We know who Fitz is. I said it during the game. He can get the yards and he gonna move you down the field, but you just worry about the turnovers. And he turned the ball over. This ain't no Fitz versus Tua situation. That's what y'all trying to make it be. That's the only thing you can hold on to. You want this to be about Fitz versus Tua. No, this is about, do we have our future quarterback? Because Fitz ain't even relevant. Fitz ain't even relevant. The only one relevant in this situation is Tua. And they had to go with Fitz because of how well Tua was playing. Not well at all. Not well at all. And you know, and Tua gonna be the starter next week. He gotta tighten up though. It's embarrassing for your starting quarterback, your rookie, your guy that's supposed to be it, to be getting replaced because the coach feel like we need a spark. That's some embarrassing crap. That is not a good look on Tua. These man, Herman them ain't out here talking about we need a spark. It's not a good look. All y'all want to say he the future now. I told y'all for the last 3 weeks, what he did was good enough. But I also said, but we don't know. We got to see him in a situation where the defense isn't playing as well. And you're down. Can he bring us back? Can he will the offense? He got his first test of that today, and he flunked it with flying colors. Flunked it with flying colors. He got to be better. If he's going to be our future franchise quarterback, he got to be better. These are facts. Whether y'all like it or not, you know when you're hearing the truth. And Martin said he will, TD. See, I respect that, Martin. You ain't on here crying about, oh, you da-da-da. You saying he will. You believe he will, I'm with that. You saying he will, I'm with that. But you ain't around here crying, making excuses. If you believe he gonna be all right and he gonna turn the corner, say that. But don't sit here and make excuses. Nobody should be able to make an excuse about his performance today. It was trash. He said it himself. All these excuses y'all want to run and make. And then y'all gonna sit there, well, he was injured, TD. Flores came out and just said it. It had nothing to do with injury. He was fine. Nothing was wrong with him. We just needed to move the ball. It's that simple, man. All these people making excuses. Y'all better learn how to criticize what deserves to be criticized. Oh, it's the O-line. The same O-line looked just fine with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Because y'all want to ignore him holding on to the ball and not calling protections properly. That's the part you overlooking. He wasn't calling his protections at the line. Fitz came in the game, first play, he calling the protections. If you want a winning franchise, start being critical. And all y'all around here, chill out, bro. It ain't that serious. Relax. Shut up. You know why I'm telling you to shut up? Because y'all the same people been saying the same crap for the last 20 years. Chill out, because you fall in love with people too much. Stop the trash. Stop the trash. Be a real fan. Hold them accountable. Tell them what they tripping on. Tell them who tripping. Tell them who sucks. And they need to, Xavier Howard, Xavier Howard, in his coverage, he's trash. This year, he's played amazing football. I'm man enough to tell y'all I've been on Xavier Howard behind for the last 2 years. And this year, he's playing much better football. That's what it's about. Constructive criticism, telling you when he looking trash, and now I'm man enough to tell you that man going in and playing good football right now. But some of y'all won't even allow me to do that. Some of y'all can't even acknowledge trash, and then when it look better, oh, the person who called it out in the first place ain't allowed to say they looking better. Shut up. With all that ridiculous, I don't care. All this mess, man. Y'all around here making I heard every excuse on that stream. Oh, it's the O-line. When he holding on to the ball. When he running in the pressure. Oh, well, he ain't got no receivers. Man, he overthrew wide open receivers. Jakeem Grant should have had 2 touchdowns. Moonwalking in the end zone. Moonwalking in the end zone. Well, it's the defense. Shut up. The defense gave up 20 points. Every week we give up 20-plus points. Every week everybody put up running yards and passing yards on us. But we make the turnovers, and we got the ball turned over twice today. Fumble, interception. So miss me on the defensive crap too. This game was all about moving the ball on offense. It's that simple. And we failed to do that. So they benched Tua and put Fitz in. And what did Fitz do? Move the freaking ball at ease. And you knew you were risking an interception, but they had to do whatever it took. What's the difference from putting the ball? You might as well take a shot and take a chance at a touchdown, even if it's intercepted. It's better than putting the ball and getting Tua killed. Yeah, Tua definitely just played himself out of the Rookie of the Year just now. He definitely, it was his to lose. Today, he just flipped the whole script. Flip the script. Y'all missing what happened in this game. First drive, punt. Second drive, we started at the 22. We scored a touchdown, but the defense gave it to us. The defense gave you that 22-yard field position. Third possession, punt. Fourth possession, punt. Fifth possession, punt. And do you know what all 3 of those punts right there were? No more than 10 yards. No more than 10 yards. It was like 5, 6, 4. So miss me with that crap, man. Finna sit here and let y'all sit here and make 1,000 excuses. You want to win or you want to be all kissy lovey-dovey with Tua Tagovailoa? Y'all make more excuses. Y'all make more. Tua ain't even making excuses. Tua sitting there on the podium keeping it 100. And that's what I respect about that kid. That's why I hope that he's going to be all right. That's why I hope that he continues to learn and get better and be our guy, because you got to respect his attitude and his demeanor. That's the type of guy you want running your franchise. But y'all out here making more excuses than he ain't even making excuses. This ain't no prove you wrong situation. I ain't proved nobody wrong, because I never said the kid sucked. I never said the kid was terrible. I said that he has his flaws. like every quarterback in the league. Every quarterback in the league got their flaws. And the crazy thing is, what we saw today wasn't even the flaws that I was worried about. But one thing I'll tell y'all about this season, I've been saying every week, his accuracy ain't been what everybody makes it seem to be. And today that was on full display. Full display. Here we go. The first loss and you crabbing. You losing points for this. Bro, I own the scoreboard. How you telling me I'm losing points for something when I own the scoreboard? Get out of here, man. I own the scoreboard. Lost your mind. Oh, you losing points for this. Stop. 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 We gonna keep it 1,000 over here. We not finna sit here and puppy and pacify people just because you like them. Tua can come back next week and have 5 touchdowns and 500 yards. Let me tell y'all how hypocritical some of y'all is. Tua can come back next week and have 500 yards and 5 touchdowns, and I can say that's the performance we needed. That was next level. That was all pro. That's how you execute. This kid was phenomenal, and y'all won't even accept that from me. So you think I care about when I rant about what he doesn't do well, how y'all feel about it? If I praise him, you want me to keep the energy when he doing bad? So you think I care? I can't win with some of y'all anyway because you only watch this channel to prove me wrong. But that's why you still here, because you ain't found the time to prove me wrong yet. Maybe that's your wake-up call to hit that unsubscribe button right now. It's easy. It's easy. Y'all already know I go on 1 rant a year. 1 rant a year. We just hit 13,000 subs. We can go right down to 12. Easy. If you ain't the type of person that want to keep it 1,000 about what you just saw, this ain't for you. It's just going to be frustrating because you could never get to me. You can't steal my joy. You just can't. I'm going to be talking my talk regardless because this is who I am. But some of y'all need to stop that ridiculousness. Call it for what it is and root on him to get better. Root on the kid to make better decisions. But y'all want to act like it's World War III when somebody point out the obvious. Oh, you ain't allowed to talk about Tua. Tua can come out here and throw for 12 yards, 18 interceptions, and 2 safeties. But you ain't allowed to say nothing about Tua. You ain't allowed to say nothing about Tua. Get out of here with that, man. This kid done overcame too many situations where he been down. I still believe in him, but I'm going to call out a performance how it is. Y'all think because I'm talking about how trash he played that he can't turn it around and be better? I'm confident he can. But that don't mean I'm going to just let this pass without talking about it. Oh, I'm going to talk my talk. Same thing I did with Fitz, throwing them picks. I was going in. Y'all know that. He shouldn't have been benched. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. He shouldn't have been benched. It's not good. That is not a good look for this organization. He shouldn't have been benched. I understand why they did it, but at the end of the day, I'm almost like, if you're going to go that far in with him, you might as well take that loss and let him sink for the rest of the game, because that's not a good look to bench him. I will tell you that. I understand they were trying to win and they needed a spark, and I'm all for that because I want to win the game. But bigger picture, that wasn't good, y'all. That wasn't good. That was not great, man. And I'm worried about that because now it feel like, can they pull him at any point? You struggle against the Chiefs, are you going to go ahead and go with Fitz? I mean, now it's any given moment. Now everybody gonna be talking about it every week. A few bad drives and it's put Fitz in. I don't know. And if that does happen again, I don't care what none of y'all say. Oh my gosh, I don't care what none of y'all say. If you don't think that this organization still keeping their options open for drafting a QB next year as well, then you just biased. You biased. And I agree with that too. If you were going to go with Fitz, you should have did that at halftime. I hate to say this, but I think we'd win the game. Because let me tell you this about Fitz. At least when he throws a pick, it's just like a punt or a touchback because it's in their red zone. At least when he throws a pick, it's in their red zone. So it's like a punt. If you were going to go with Fitz, I would have, listen, maybe that should have happened at halftime. And then another thing, I ain't saying lying to everybody is good, but maybe you should lie. I'm worried about his ankle, so we just felt like, we wanted to protect him. But Flores ain't with it. He just telling you how it is. We weren't able to move the ball. We needed a spark. I don't know if y'all saw Flores' press conference. He said it had nothing to do with no injury. He was fine. But that's a moment where maybe you don't tell the full truth. Maybe you just say, I was a little concerned about, his foot injury throughout the week, and I could see that he may have been laboring it. So I just wanted to make sure that we weren't overdoing it. Maybe that. But all I'm saying, and what people don't like about me sometimes, is I'm just trying to put things into perspective. We can't honestly say that he's the future. We can hope that he is. But, I mean, come on, y'all. We got to see some great quarterback play to be sitting here donning somebody with a crown and saying that they're our future. Do you know what you got to look like and play like to be our future? You got to play elite level football at the highest level. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to take it a step further. The last 3 games before this one, he managed the game well, but we didn't see spectacular play. He was just a great game manager in those games, not making the mistake. But at some point in every quarterback's life, you got to be able to take over the game and not manage it, but dominate it. Dominate it. So I don't know, man. The jury's still out. We got to keep our eye on the situation and see if he can improve in those situations. And the biggest mistake, the toughest thing that might be, if our defense goes, they play with, oh my gosh, y'all got to understand. We keep talking about the defense. The defense played better today than they did in some of these previous weeks recently, believe it or not. We held them to 20 points, 2 turnovers. Do you know how many games this defense gave up 400 or 500 yards, but they turned them over and sacked them a few times? So we were like, oh, this defense. Statistically, this game wasn't even as worse as some of the wins we get. This game was better defensively than Arizona. This game was better than Arizona defensively. And I agree with Ball Game. We did get out schemed today. We definitely got out schemed today. Let me tell y'all something. I saw plays where they had their right guard pulling on a run to the right. Do y'all understand? I want y'all to visualize that. Their right guard pulling to the right, coming around the right tackle and the tight end. They were running so many different fits. Aquavision with the donation said TD Tua foot injury might be more than we know about. Bottom line, he was soft. Listen, Aqua, it ain't more than we know about. Because if it was, don't you think Flores would have taken the advantage of the opportunity to jump all over that and be like, well, that foot injury is something? But no, he said it had nothing to do with no injury. He was fine. He was fine. Somebody say, when we gonna call Changeli out? Another person? No. Listen, y'all want to pin it on everybody. What this got to do with Changeli? Changeli made the adjustment in the second quarter, spreading it out. Changeli tried to go what was working the previous weeks, and that's fair. That is fair of an offensive coordinator to try to keep going with what been working. And then Changeli saw that it wasn't working. He made a second quarter adjustment, spreading it out. That was the first time Tua drove it down the field. Then Tua made the mistakes, holding on to the ball, taking a sack, making it a third in a possible situation, out of field goal range and stuff. So don't give me this Changeli stuff. And then when we spread it out, people like, well, why Changeli ain't dialing up plays to go downfield? Because he was going downfield in the first quarter and our quarterback was overthrown by 8 feet. Why Changeli ain't throwing the ball down the field? Did you forget the first quarter? We threw down the field and he was overthrown by 8 feet. Jakeem Grant twice burnt his man wide open. Touchdowns, moonwalking in. So what did he end up doing? He ended up spreading it out and making quick passes. Because once he spreaded it out, you don't have protection anymore. Y'all forgetting that. In the first quarter, we had 6 and 7 man offensive lines running 3-man routes. And when we would take shots downfield, our quarterback wouldn't connect. So now we got to spread it out because that's what Tua is best in, spread the offense. But you now don't have the 4 seconds to throw the ball. You don't have time to throw the ball now because you just took 2 guys from helping blocking. Now they're out running a route. So it needs to be a quick throw. It needs to get out of his hand fast. You don't have the same protection with an O-line that was already struggling. Look at the flow of the game. And you can't ask them to 1,000% abandon the run. They got to try to keep that going because they're trying to tee off on Tua the whole game. Now, I wish they would have did more runs out of the halfback set, shotgun halfback draw, and not a delayed draw. I wish they would have did more of that. But no, I mean, Changeli, yeah, he probably could have called a better game, but that wasn't where it began and where it ended. We looking for every place that we can point the blame just to take stuff off of the quarterback. And he ain't all to blame either. But I'm pointing it out because I want to make sure we got our future quarterback. Some of y'all already penciling him in at the Hall of Fame and the 5-time Super Bowl winning MVP for the Dolphins. No, you got to prove that. Javier said, time to hit the drawing board. Our line, run D, pass rush, our QB, and our fans must be better for next week. Tua is learning still. Fins up. I agree, Javier. I agree. We all got to be better every facet of the game. I'm mad at Flores, too, on that fumble. He should have challenged that. That ball was out. It started to come out before that guy hit the ground. That would have been a huge play, and he sat on it. He sat on it. It's a lot of blame to go around in this game. But I'm sorry, the reality is When we win, we want to give one position most of the credit. When we lose, we act like we don't want to talk about that position. Now we keeping it 1,000 because guess what? I could see if he was putting us in a position throughout the game to still compete. But I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this was almost like a blank performance for Tua. Outside of one touchdown throw over in the corner to Parker, this was like a blank. This was like a blank. TD, I'm unsubscribing. You praised Tua, then say he bad. You had to stop by to tell me that? The joke on you, bro. It's like people got to tell, hey, I just want you to know I'm unsubscribing. Like, just do you, bro. It's all good, man. He wasn't injured. I know, Flores said it, man. Tua looked like Drew Bledsoe in the pocket. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, man. Y'all ain't gotta pick on people on their way out, man. We love them anyway, man. Got to turn you off. Sorry, you're being a little hyperbolic. Oh, I'm sorry, Zoe. You are wishy-washy, though, for real. No, what some of y'all don't understand is change. Some of y'all don't know what change is. Some of y'all have a real problem with change and recognizing that when a circumstance is different, you can change your opinion on it. Let me give you an example, because some of y'all, and yeah, I'm calling some of y'all out. Some of y'all are really illiterate to stuff like this. And this is just a fact. Let me help spell it out for you. In week 1, if Tua throws 5 interceptions and 10 yards and get benched, and I say he trash, y'all are like, yeah, you right, TD, he trash. He comes back in week 2 and throws 5 touchdowns and 500 yards, and I say, whoa, I need to rethink that. That certainly wasn't trash. That was a stellar performance. Oh, you wishy-washy. Even if you vice versa it. First game, he throws 5 touchdowns, 500 yards. And I say, oh boy, this is the future. In the next game, he throws 5 interceptions and 10 yards. He's trash. That's what he's showing you. And y'all just illiterate to change. What you give us changes the circumstance. Y'all in this whole culture in your mind that's unrealistic, that if you say something once, no matter what data comes after that, you are not allowed to change your opinion. That's how some of y'all live your life. And that's why you stuck on being stupid sometimes. If this don't apply to you, don't take offense to it. It is only meant to those who stuck on it. It is only meant for those who stuck on it. And it's the reality. And I see some of y'all unsubscribing. I only do this once a year because I need to clean out those who act illiterate. Because you're cancerous to the comment section. You flooded with trash anyway. We trying to talk about how this team could be better, and we calling out facts, and some of y'all want to ignore that and make the people who learning football not understand what's going on. Oh, we clean that out every year. So all y'all, hey, I can't deal with this. Oh, you just in your feelings when you saying that. Because that means you're triggered. That means something I'm saying applies to you. I'm not holding back. This is every single year. Once a year I had this conversation because today in the comment section, it was a whole bunch of trash coming through. People not even being realistic. Not even being realistic. And every time I see it, this started a few weeks ago, but every time I see it start to get out of control, we have this conversation where I give you facts and I make those who want to ignore facts feel stupid. And then you get in your feelings and say, oh, I'm out of here. You ain't got to tell me that. This is intentional. Everybody that done been here for a long time, trust me, they know. This is 1,000% intentional. We are cleaning out those who can't be realistic or be subjective. It's that simple. Is there any more cleaning out than that? All I got to do is throw the word ignorant out a few times, throw the word stupid out a few times, and throw the word incompetent out a few times, and people get shook. They get all in their feelings. That's all I got to do, and we clean house. It's that simple. There are a lot of people you could go listen to tell you what you want to hear. I'll promise you that. But I'm not going to sit here and make the excuses. Tua comes out next week and ball out. I'm happy for him and I'm positive about him. And then those same people who unsubscribed today come back. And the only reason they come back is to try to once again prove me wrong. And say, I told you, TD, you ain't tell me nothing. Because I'm telling you now, if he balls out next week, I'm going to say that's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. That's what he's supposed to do. That's my quarterback. And what I saw today, that's my quarterback. But at the same token, he got to be better. Heat Fins with the donation said, and there's that. I can't see it. I'm officially taking a break from watching football. Education first. Until then, TD, Fins up forever. Love you, bro. I understand, man, but we going to win this Super Bowl, baby. Shout out to Daryl with the $20 donation. I appreciate you, homie. He said, did Tua have a good game? No. But I don't like how Flores yanked him out of the game and didn't give him a chance to play through his mistakes. Fitz could stink all game, and Flores didn't do him like that. You got a point. You got a point. But does that open up old conversations that we had? Was it Flores' decision to really start Tua? I ain't trying to open up that bag, but keep that in your mind. Keep that in your mind. Was it Flores' decision in the first place to start Tua? Let me tell you what Flores looked like in that press conference. Does this mean there's going to be a change in the quarterback position? Does that mean that Flores said, no, there's going to be no change? No. He kind of said it with like an attitude. So I don't know, man. Time will tell. But I'm still not going to ignore the fact that maybe this wasn't 100% Flores' decision to start him anyway. It might have just been a simple instruction by Greer. Play him. We need to know what we have next year. We need to know if I'm going to invest in another quarterback as well to compete with him next year. Ball Game said I would have pulled him as well. Yeah, I get it, but I would have at least made a little excuse for it, you know? And I'm sorry, that's just me. I wouldn't have wanted, to be like, because everybody going to be talking, oh, Tua got benched. They going to be on TV tomorrow morning saying, I think it was the right decision because technically, if y'all want to be honest, Ryan Fitzpatrick did kind of put us in a position to win the game. But I didn't see at one point in that game after the first quarter where Tua was putting us in a position to win. They're going to say it. I mean, it was a good decision to pull him because they're still trying to win a game. He struggled. They're going to say it was a good idea, but I just don't like the storyline behind it. It's just not good, man. I would have actually said it was, I was worried about the foot. I would have said that. I would have actually said that. Fitz led us 99 yards down the field. 70-something. Remember, hold on. Where were we on the yard line? Maybe 80 yards down the field, but then he turned the ball over. And, and I could actually say that at the end of that game, that's when it's on Changeli. I would say Changeli's real struggle was at the end of the game. Because when Fitz is burning them throwing the ball, that's when you throw in the halfback draw when you get down there in the red zone. That's where you throw that in. You still had almost 2 minutes on the clock. At that point, we weren't rushing at all. This was all about going to overtime, not winning the game. So, I don't know. Fitz is a known quantity. he don't need to see anymore. Second time he passed under 100 yards. I ain't even look at the stats. Y'all tell me in the comment section how many passing yards Tua had and what was his completions. What for what, man? What was it, man? Because I ain't even check it out. I just was like, whatever at one point, man. Tom Brady has had bad games. Go show me Tom Brady bad game and give me the bad games and give me the stat line. Go give me the stat line. Come on, man. He had 83 yards. Tough. How many completion attempts? That's what I really want to know. 11 of 20. He only attempted 20. 55% completion. 20 passes, huh? If you were to see, he was on pace for about 32 passes because he was going to have to throw a lot at the end of that game being down. It wasn't crazy bad though, y'all. 11 of 20 isn't crazy bad. You know, did we have receivers dropping the ball today? No. You know, before it was, well, receivers dropped the ball. He just misfired on a lot of situations, and he was rattled, and he was rolling out of the pocket a lot. Everybody knows he had a bad day. That's not the issue. It's just a matter of us pointing that out and people getting in their feelings, man. He had a bad day, but hopefully, you know, the kid will bounce back. We got to put him in a situation to where, like, I'm going to tell y'all now, this game should have started out spreading it out, though. We should have known that. Denver has always had a good front, though. Don't mistake that as well. They've also had a good front. Always had a good front. Perry had a drop, I think. Okay, yeah, he did have a drop. I think it was like in the flat or something, if I'm not mistaken. On the run. Let's see here. Ball game said, y'all act like our wide receiving corp is all world. They are average at best. This is still a rebuild year, though, so I'm not concerned, to be honest. Me either. I'm not concerned either. Even taking that loss, 6-4 is impressive, y'all. Y'all got to understand, to be 6-4, we're still in a great position. And we're still, and actually, some people, when this season is all said and done, a lot of people are going to say we overachieved, and I'm not going to argue that. It's a fair assessment. I just knew that we had it in us. But I want to go as far as we can. But I don't like taking losses on things that I feel like we can actually control. And although our receiving core isn't like all pro, like all core, which is true, but we left some out on the field. One of those connections with Jakeem Grant, and today's different, y'all. I got to call that out because those were 2 times Jakeem Grant burned his man by 8 clear yards. When I say wide open, I mean wide open. Burnt this man by just straight up burnt them. Y'all go back and watch it. Grant was toasting them guys in the first quarter. But the ball wasn't even in arm's reach. Not even like you could have even tried to make a play on it. One of those in this game is different. One of those. Shout out to the homie Daryl again. Says, sometimes I wonder if the Fins want Tua to succeed. Ooh. Again, he had a bad game, but he wasn't utilized right in this game either. Anytime it looks like Tua has a rhythm going, Dolphins try establishing the run game. Ooh. I can't totally argue that. I was saying it in the game. We didn't put him in the best position early. But when they did change and put him in a good position that I thought better suited him, he started looking good, but then he started making mistakes that are costly. He started making a few mistakes that were costly. But had we put him in the right position the entire game, I think that this kid would have had a shot to get us a W at the end of the game. He would have still had a shot to give us a chance to get a W at the end of the game. Ball game said we already overachieved. Can't argue that either. 6-3, and now we 6-4. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all now, even though I'm positive and I know that we can win every game if we out coach and out execute, that's the name of the game, really. But I was shocked. I was surprised at the 6-3. I'm still favored on the 6-4. Like, man, we still doing it. But we can't drop no loss next week. Who we play next week, y'all? Is it the Jets or the Bengals? Who we play next week? Jets. Oh, we bet not. We bet, not better. We bet not. Look like this versus the Jets. We better not look like this versus the Jets. Fitz beat the Jets 24-0, and he had a terrible game at the end. Y'all remember the second half of that game versus the Jets? I thought we were going to beat them 50-0. Then Fitz started looking like trash. That's the game Tua came in. Y'all remember? Fitz was blowing them out 24-0, and that's the game Tua came in. So we better not look like this versus the Jets. We better not struggle versus the Jets. Now, if that happened, Tua got to have a good game versus them. Sorry, y'all. He got to have a good game versus them. I don't care. He got to. We got to do our thing versus the Jets. We can't take that L. We got to be 7-4. 7-4. We got to be. But I'll be glad when we get Christian Wilkins back. That'll be some huge help needed in the middle to help anchor that line. Because we got out-schemed and out. We got dogged today in the trenches, y'all. We got embarrassed in the trenches, y'all. Facts. We got embarrassed in the trenches. Just bad. But you know what? I'm going to say this too. Denver's coaching staff was smart. Let's keep it 100, y'all. A lot of teams been beating us up in the trenches. But for some reason, they went away from it. There's at least 2 games we won where I remember we were getting destroyed in a run game and all of a sudden they turned into a passing team. The Rams is one of them. They were running the ball down our throat. And all of a sudden they just throwing the ball everywhere we go. And you're like, why? Why? Just go back to running the ball. But they didn't. They didn't. So honestly, it's nothing new. Go look at the stats every game. We give up massive yards, but we turn the ball over. They drive 80 yards and we take it away. They drive 90 yards and we take it away. That's why some of those yards go blank. Our offense might have 500 yards, but we take away 200 because of the turnovers. That's the imbalance of defense making. But we got 2 turnovers today, ladies and gentlemen. 1 in their territory. Luckily, we capitalized off of it. It almost was picked. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was like an interception, but it was overturned. Or something. Fumble or interception. Interception, yeah. But it was overturned. I think it was out of bounds or something. Something like that, man. But this isn't new. We got 2 turnovers today. The defense gave up the same yards they give up every week. But you know what? They actually did better than their scoring per game. What, we allowed 21 points a game? We only gave up 20 today. I'm sorry. This is on the offense. We got the 2 turnovers we needed today. Our offense could have been 5% better and we might have won this game. It's that simple, man. It is what it is. We're going to go to the drawing board. We got to focus on the Jets. Tua go to practice this week. Look at the mistakes. And I like what he said in the press conference after the game, because he was right on this. If I would have said this without him saying it, they would have said I was hating on Tua. But he's right. They said, was it anything that you took away from seeing Fitz on the field, blah, blah, blah? He said something like, well, Fitz was showing me, sometimes I'm thinking the guy's covered, but he's not really covered. And I don't throw the ball. See, that's the difference with Fitz. Fitz backs, he sees what's going to happen, and he throws the ball and gets rid of it fast. Tua wants to make sure the guy is open, and I get that. That keeps down on turnovers. But you got to know when to and when not to. And he said sometimes I'm watching, he basically alluded to what he sees is a guy could be open, but he's not 100% sold that he's open, so he doesn't throw the ball. But he's open. You got to let that one fly. And I saw plays in this game on some of those sacks. He hiked the ball. He backed the pass. I'm like, oh, I see the guy just snuck right behind the zone, hit him. He looks at him, but doesn't hit him and look at other routes. And I was like, he had the guy. Here's the deal. When Tua looks at him, the guy's running right by the defender. So it looks like he's covered, but in half a second, he's wide open. But Tua automatically looks off because that means with his eyes, he's not so much reading the defense, he's veering the defense. He's like, do I see anybody with a clear separation versus, like, let me tell you the difference. He just has to do a better job knowing the play through and through. When you know the play through and through, you know at what point where everyone will be. So now you don't worry about the offensive guys. You only look at the defense. You know when your guy's supposed to be where they're supposed to be and where you can throw the ball. You don't worry about the offensive player. You read the defense and you know that guy's moving over. I should have somebody coming right behind him. Bam. And that's the slight difference that's gonna make a night and day. And when he develops that and gets better at that, and I'm lucky he got Fitz in front of him to show him. Well, they are with him now, not in front of him anymore. But that part of his game will definitely help him out. Because I saw guys that came open that he didn't throw the ball because they look covered. And y'all got to watch the film to understand what I'm saying. Y'all got to watch the film. Burrow is done. What happened to him? What was the prognosis? Did they come out and tell us what the end all be was? Yeah, Denver was a tough game. I get the altitude too. And maybe our defense was very, very, very gassed. Torn ACL. Tragic, man. He's a rookie, bro. Oh, I acknowledge he's a rookie. That's why I know that he's gonna get in the kitchen and get the cooking, and he gonna get better. See, what y'all gotta understand is just because somebody's a rookie doesn't mean that their game can't be critiqued. We critique his game so we recognize what he needs to work on so we can appreciate his growth. We want to appreciate his growth over time, not sit here and automatically make excuses every day, and then if it never happens, we act like the problems he has are new all of a sudden. We know he a rookie. That's why I said I still think he's going to be just fine. But we're just critiquing today. TD, when Mahomes was needed, he played with bad ankle multiple times. Today, Tua was needed and benched. Shaking my head. Man, I ain't going to put that on them. They just felt like it was necessary, bro. Shout out to Daryl with another donation. Said, I agree. Tua can't second guess himself and can't hold on the ball as long as he did today. But at the same time, if he's your guy, then he's your guy. You can't sit him every time things don't go your way. I mean, I get that too. I agree. But once again, we're operating under the assumption that he's our guy. See, once again, there's a lot of people, they don't like when I say that. They don't like when I say that. We're operating under the assumption that he's our guy. When Flores was like, we're not auditioning him. Yeah, you're not auditioning him because you already signed him for the role. But don't sit here and make it seem like if this type of play goes on for the rest of the season, you're not thinking in your head, we might want to have an insurance plan. Like, does it, like, y'all be 100 with me. Am I tripping when I say that? Put a yes or no in the comment section. If his performance today is for the rest of the season, right? Wouldn't it be wise to say we might want to at least consider an insurance plan? Wouldn't that be wise? Put yes or no if you believe it'll be wise. If this type of play continues. And that's all I'm talking about. I'm not sitting here writing his future right now. Oh, he's a bust. He's trash. He's not there. He played trash. I'm not saying the kid is trash. This kid is talented. But they get mad at me when I say that. And then when I pop off and start talking about ignorance and comprehensive levels being low, people want to get in their feelings. Oh, I'm out of here. You hurt my feelings. Act like you can't respect an opinion. I got to be the sick one in the head. I got to be tripping. But when I say you tripping, oh, man, you ain't right for that. Stop that, man. Grow up. Grow up. Want to deliver heat and can't take it. He said, Miles said, guys, let's calm down. The Patriots lost. Man, if you think the Patriots was going to win this division, you're tripping, man. I know you didn't, Miles. But I wasn't worried about the Patriots. They scary, though. They're a team. See, that's the stage. You still got to worry about them when you play them. But I wasn't worried about them winning this division. Burrow getting injured as is sad for football. I agree. But it's good for, and I don't wish injury on nobody, but it's good for the Miami Dolphins in 2 weeks. Unfortunate. I hate to see that. I love to see the kid out there competing with Tua. But hey, is they backup any good? Is their backup any good? Somebody say yes. Oh, they backup good? Nah, that ain't good, man. L. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I ain't gonna sit here and mope about the kid getting hurt. I hate that he got hurt. But hey, he ain't playing against the Dolphins. He's the only threat that I was worried about with the Bengals. I mean, you move on. I ain't finna sit here and sob, be like, oh, it's terrible. But I mean, what you want me to do? Maybe I was supposed to pause for 20 seconds, like a moment of silence that Justin Herbert got hurt. Man, you know how many people tore their ACL today? There probably 5 people tore their ACL today. Probably 5 people on the field tore their ACL today. It's tough. It's a part of the game. Let me tell y'all something. You sprain your ankle. I don't put more credence on that than you tearing your ACL. It's a part of the game. This is a high-impact physical game. Is he going to be back on the field next year? Yeah, so, okay. It's a part of the game. Godchild out right now. What was his injury? Part of the game. I'm not going to put more emphasis because it's the quarterback. Hey, TD, why do you like Burrow but not Tua? Who said I like Burrow? Only thing I liked about Burrow is how he handled his senior year in college, his last year. He was very poised. He commanded the offense. He audibled at the line of scrimmage, and in the biggest games, he showed up and he dominated. He came into this year, he played good football. He made mistakes just like all rookies. And it's that simple. Tua, yeah, I got to understand, Tua's going to get criticized by me 10 times more than anybody because he's our quarterback. He's our quarterback. Some of y'all didn't know me in Tannehill first 3 seasons. Well, none of y'all knew me Tannehill first 3 seasons. I was criticizing the heck out of Tannehill. But the one thing I knew about Tannehill was he is making improvement. And if Tua can come out next week and do well, he's going to get criticized, and I'm going to acknowledge that he's making improvement. Y'all didn't know me in his first few years. Not until year 5 when I finally realized what the overall issue was with the Dolphins. It wasn't Tannehill. It was what was around him. Y'all didn't know me then. So I don't have credit to say, hey, y'all, here's film of me 5 years ago going in on Tannehill. I'm sorry, I don't have that. But he got it too. I believe Judy told Broncos how to defend him and reading his tendencies, but that will make him better. Who knows, man? You might be right. I mean, that's what the NFL is about. I mean, they move on, man. They're grown men now. If he can add insight to Tua, I'm sure they asked him, what do we need to know about Tua? Of course they did that. TD, you switching up on Tua over one game. Not cool. Watch this pop out. See, you pick and choose when it's not cool. What was I saying 4 weeks ago? I was saying Tua ain't did nothing and I'm not impressed. He did not have a great game. Defense carried us. The next game he came and he played a great game. And I switched up and say he did awesome. But were you anywhere to be found to say, TD, you switching up on Tua saying he doing good now ain't cool? No, you weren't nowhere to be found then. Y'all see what I'm talking about? People be showing themselves. 4 weeks ago, I said I am not impressed. I am not happy with what I saw from him. We got the W. That's all good, and I was all defense. The very next game, he balled out to an extent, and I raved about him. But nobody said, oh, you switching out on Tua, that ain't cool. Nobody. And first of all, I ain't switching out now. I'm just telling you how he played. And I still got confidence he's going to be all right and figure this out. Do y'all know how to decipher the difference between the two? Hey, TD, who do you think will beat the Steelers from their undefeated record? Man, I'm going to be honest, man. At this point, it might not happen till the playoffs. They're not going undefeated and win no Super Bowl. So get that straight now. I don't believe that's going to happen. It better not happen. I want the next team to go undefeated and win the Super Bowl to be us. So it better not happen. But it'll happen, but I think it might end up being in the playoffs. It'll probably be in the playoffs. The offensive play calling today wasn't good either. Yeah, there's a lot of things, man. He had a bad game. Yeah, but he'll be all right. Tua, no, listen, he'll make the adjustments. Fresh start, making sure the protection gives him more time. He'll figure it out, y'all. He'll figure it out. And the perfect team to do that with is the Jets. The Jets. TD, I love when you go on a rant because it wakes up the... Oh, you didn't put the last word. Ziz. But yeah, I hope it do wake some people up. I know what you mean, though. I got to. At least once a year, I got to go on that deep rant. Get certain people in their feelings. They disrespect me. They go in the comment section all day talking crazy out of their mouth. They go in the comment section with these threats and stuff. Oh, you hating on this person. If I ever see you in public, blah, blah, blah. Man, how must your life be to be threatening somebody over the internet? How poor must your life be? It's a lot of crazy stuff that go on in the comment section on videos. And I just delete them anyway. I delete all of the ridiculous comments anyway. You ain't finna infect my comment sections. And then it's starting to get out. It was getting out of hand the last few weeks, y'all. So every time that happened, I go on one of them rants and get those. And usually I only trigger those people. I only trigger those people who don't like me anyway, my haters, that watch just to prove me wrong. And what really upsets them is when they think they prove me wrong and they don't because I'm going with what they saying anyway. They don't like that. Tua's the greatest. Well, he don't look the greatest. He'll prove it. Tua goes out and have one of the greatest games. I told you, TD. Yeah, man, you were right. He balled out. No, man, you're supposed to disagree with me, man. Don't agree. We supposed to argue, and I'm supposed to say, yeah. It's almost like that's what they're looking for. It's like that's exactly what they're looking for. No, bro, don't change. Don't let what you saw change your thought process. No, I need to argue and get one up over you. That's kind of like what they do. It's sad. No, bro, keep the same energy. You're supposed to, even if it changes your mind. No. You're supposed to live in your ignorance forever. No, I don't live life like that. Some of y'all do. If I give you a fact and then you go see that fact just so that you're not wrong, you want to deny facts. It's simple, man. Some of y'all need to grow up, man. Any man who has an opinion and can't change that opinion off of new information, you a child, man. You a child. Anybody who has an opinion and then when you get new information that tells you why your opinion is wrong and you can't change that opinion, that's some childish stuff. That's some childish stuff. So I will forever, if I criticize somebody one day and I come and see that I was wrong, I'm going to change my thought process. And I'm going to take that. And if it make you feel good that I was wrong, okay, take that. But you can't sit around and wait on me to just feel hurt for being wrong. No, I don't live my life like that. TD, why you in the car? Because I drove my wife and her and my sister-in-law and the kids to Target. So I felt like this was a perfect time. So if I got out of the house, she was going to take the kids into Target with her. But if I stayed at home, the kids were going to stay with me. So I had to use my brain. All right, take them to Target. She takes the kids in. Now I got over an hour because she loves Target. And I told her don't rush. She ain't got to rush. Oh, I'm good. I thought it'd be 45 minutes, but it's already been an hour and 7 minutes. She loves Target. So this gave me an opportunity to come stream. Gotta make the most of it, baby. Gotta make the most of it, man. We got another donation. I'm not mad they lost. I hope this loss makes them humble. I agree. And hungry against the Jets. Tua will start next Sunday and blow out the Jets. And you know, that's what I'm looking for. I think he will. Now, y'all mark my words now. Next week, if he ball out and kill the Jets, watch the comment section. Oh, now this guy raving about Tua. Now he's saying he looked good on the field. Watch the comment section. Watch the people who just ain't got it up here. Now, all of a sudden, now he flip-flopping. There's something wrong with him. Something wrong with him, really. But this is what's going on in the world today. People, something wrong, man. They are like you are not allowed to change your opinion if you see new information that suggests you should. We're going to tell them to come back to this live stream. Simeon, this is the funny thing. They unsubscribe, right? Listen, they unsubscribe, right? Then they show up just to tell me I was wrong. Then they come back next week anyway, just to try to prove me wrong. And y'all, and that's why I'm telling some of y'all, that's why I got to get rid of some of those people. That's why I got to put them so deep in their feelings that they just go on their own. Because some of them undercover hate. They be in the comment section trying to stir stuff up and do weird stuff, man. So that's why I got to do that sometimes. I got to go in and make some of them get in their feelings to the point where they leave. To the point where they just get up out of here, man. Because they bad for our comment section. They bad for the vibe of this channel, man. Stirring up trouble. Oh, this the same guy that blah, blah, blah. Like, you know how many, if I made a video that Tua did an amazing job, if he did today, you know how many people going to be in the comment section? This the same guy that was ragging on Tua a few weeks ago. This the same guy that didn't want to draft Tua. What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? Just because I didn't want to draft him? You know how many people we didn't want to draft, but we glad we did? You know how many people we wanted to draft that we realized why did we do it? It's ridiculous, man. But anywho, man, I hope y'all enjoying y'all Sunday. I don't want y'all to get down about this loss, man. It ain't that big of a deal. We're still in a great position. I like where we are. I'm going to be honest. I was like waiting for the last 3 weeks. When is that loss? And it ended up being this one. Ed said, people out here really thinking you spewing craziness and stealing our money, TD. That's sad. Well, Ed, I don't know why, bro. I don't know why. I don't ask nobody for a dime. I tell everybody who gives a dime I appreciate them. So I can't steal something that I don't ask for or go take. I can't steal nothing. Everybody who donated to this channel shows love and appreciation for what we're doing over here. It's that simple. That ain't nothing but the haters. Maybe the haters ain't getting donations, or they ain't got a channel of their own to do nothing. That's why I always say, and I'm humble about this. I tell y'all, I ain't nothing without y'all anyway. Some people are like, then why would you do what you just did today? Because sometimes you got to weed out these cancerous people on this channel. Because they kill the vibe and the happiness that we got going on this channel. They toxic. I just come on and talk my talk. You know how many times I done said some stuff that people were like, oh, this guy's an idiot, then it came to pass, but you don't hear from them no more. They run all up and down your comment section calling you an idiot, stupid, dumb, this, that, and this. And then whenever it turns out to be true, you don't hear from them no more. No, man. We gonna keep doing what we do. We gonna keep doing what we do. Why you mad, bro, with the donation said, I give money because I support TD channel and like what I see. Win or loss, always. Appreciate you, homie. And that's what it is for most people. They ain't doing nothing but showing love and support. You gonna hate on another man because somebody's supporting him. That's, boy, people, man, they got stuff all twisted. They got stuff all twisted. All the way twisted. All the way, man. Bruh, Josh Allen is legit. We'll see. Tell him win the division first. Why does 7-4 sound so bad, TD? Because 7-4 sound bad because our history tells us the Dolphins blow it. And anybody would ask themselves, how can you be 7-4 and still blow it? You see what I mean? So that's why it's not bad. It sounds bad because it makes you nervous. But let's be honest. 6-3 made us nervous. You felt good, but it still made you. Matter of fact, the more games we win, the more nervous we get. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. All right, y'all, man. The family coming back. I see them now. They coming back through, man. I got a wifey, y'all. So I'm finna get up out of here. Appreciate y'all. She like, open the door. All right, y'all. Love y'all. See y'all soon. Peace.